Every marriage has 3 rings. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the bicker ring. We're here to settle the fights that don't matter and have no winner. It's the 3 Rings Podcast with another new argument.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
You.
Oh, me. Hi.
You. Hi. Welcome to another edition of the 3 Rings Podcast. My name is Phil.
I am Lauren.
And we are...
Married.
We are married. Happily married. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked at me as though he was checking.
Sometimes it's a question. I got to make sure that you're still happy. I'm happy.
I am happy.
Okay. See?
All right.
I'm glad we got through that.
Yeah, way to go us.
Yeah. Anyways. How you doing, honey?
I'm good. How about you?
No complaints. It's been, an interesting time. We've made it through Memorial Day weekend, essentially, with, everything going on.
Yeah.
But
so it's better now that things are opening up a little bit.
Yeah. The world's kind of getting back to normal. I've said this a couple of times, and this was kind of like the defining moment of things are getting back to normal, and we're, starting to find our new normal, so to speak. But the defining moment for me was when I was driving to the office and I got road rage.
Oh man,
I
already don't like where this story's going.
No, it was just a matter of there were enough people out going to work or wherever.
I see what you're saying.
That I had the opportunity to get mad at somebody.
I had the opportunity.
As opposed to every other time where it'd be I'd see 3 cars anywhere.
Did your morning feel empty without your daily dose of rage?
It didn't feel empty, but...
Did it affect you at all?
No, but my soul felt good after I got a good yell at somebody for being a moron on the road.
As though you have not been yelling at people while at home.
I have.
What did you do just this morning?
I yelled at somebody, but how the fuck are you... okay, here's the thing.
Pop off, honey. Pop off.
If you're going to play your music loud, that's fine. But don't do it at fucking 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday in an apartment complex just sitting in your car.
Yeah.
If you're driving up and I hear it and then you turn the car off, fine.
And, I will kind of give you, while I don't love when you decide that you're going to act on your more angry impulses, it's not my favorite thing about you. It was
okay.
It was, as far as qualities go, it wouldn't make my top 5, let's put it that way. But
fair.
It was kind of sweet this morning because you were kind of doing it for my benefit because I didn't sleep well last night.
Yeah.
I was sleeping out on the couch. You got mad that these assholes were playing their music so loudly that we could hear it in the house, and you decided that you were going to come to my defense.
Well, I could hear it perfectly while I was laying in bed.
Yeah, it sounded like the radio was in our house.
Yeah, and as soon as I walked outside, it's it's just fucking blasting. And again, just don't be disrespectful. You're in an apartment complex. You're parked. Your car is parked, and you're sitting, obviously waiting for something. Just turn it the fuck down. Yeah,
at least while you're there. We do have.
I don't care if you do it while you're driving on the highway.
I could think of specifically, we have neighbors who have 2 little kids. I think they can't be older than, the oldest one can't be older than 3.
I have no idea.
3 or 4. The youngest one's probably 1 or 2, and she's pregnant again. And I can't imagine that she really loved
probably
having
not.
that.
Yeah,
experience. We are very pro playing loud music, obviously.
Yeah, sure. But again,
but do it within the hours of 10 and 10. That's all we ask.
10 and 10 is still too big of a window. If you're gonna do it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't care.
Well, what time would your cutoff be?
My cutoff is when the sun goes down.
Okay.
Whenever the sun sets, put it at a fucking reasonable volume
and
again.
You have to be extra careful when you're in an apartment complex too.
Yeah, because I don't want to fucking listen to your garbage music, especially early in the morning.
I don't even know what she was listening to, but
I don't know, some bullshit. It sucked, but fuck her. She sucks.
If she had been playing Alt 1051,
I still would have told her to turn it down.
Not off, just down.
I didn't tell her to turn it off when
No,
I went
no.
out. I yelled, I went out and did a little hand motion for turning the knob down.
Yeah.
And she paused it, so I started walking back, and she turned it back on. So I fucking yelled at her. I was like, no, turn it down. And then turns it down. I don't care. I'm not telling you can't listen. I'm telling you don't fucking blast it when you're sitting in front of a building with a bunch of people in it.
Yeah,
that's
right.
just rude. You're being disrespectful. All right, I'm fired up. What are we fighting about this week?
I believe it is decorating for the holidays.
All right, hate it. Let's do it. So that's my stance. I don't think it's worth it.
You want to tell us why? You want to start with your 3 points?
So I don't think it's worth it to decorate for the holidays. A, because it is expensive with all the different holidays, all the different things that you do. It's expensive. B, we're the only ones that are seeing it. For the most part. Right now, at least, we're the only ones that are seeing it.
Okay.
And C, it's time consuming. Who's got time? Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay?
I mean, I really only have 2 points to counter that, which is it's
Okay.
good for you. It's good for you psychologically, and it makes a house more of a home.
Okay.
Why are you laughing at me?
It's all right.
Go for it, hon. Start off.
Well, my first point for why I don't think it's worth it to decorate for the holidays is that it is very expensive. Buying so many different decorations for things, for, just different knickknacks and things for different holidays, it all adds up. And yes, Christmas is obviously the biggest one. Halloween is right there as well.
I love
but
Halloween.
Then you have Easter, you have Thanksgiving, you have 4th of July, you have St. Patrick's Day, and...
Okay, but you're not
And
buying new stuff every year. Let's start
yes, we
there.
are. Most
No,
of the
we're
time
not. What are you
a lot of
talking
times
about?
we are.
We might add little things, but I'm not buying all new stuff every year. Also, my counter to this is that, to be fair, we haven't even bought most of our holiday decorations. Your mom has been kind enough to give them to us.
I understand that, but
She
we're
gave me
still
a
adding
whole
things
tub
to-
when we got married of holiday decorations
I know.
for each holiday. And that's
I know.
mostly what I use.
Okay, but we still end up buying more things,
Little things,
and adding
but that's
on
how
to it.
that's how it goes. That's how families do.
You accumulate more, and then you have to get new replacement things for the ones that you have, and
I haven't replaced anything.
yet.
Oh my god. So
It's
you're
coming.
you are speculating on problems to come, not even anything that you faced currently.
I mean, Halloween comes. Do you know how much stuff we buy around Halloween? You get tons of things around Halloween. That's the mother load of all that. Take Christmas out of the equation with spending for gifts or anything like that. But Halloween decorations, that is your jam.
It brings me joy.
I understand.
I don't comment on things that you spend money on that bring you joy.
Like what?
Watches,
Okay.
shoes,
Okay. You don't have shoes?
quote unquote chinos.
Clothes? Sorry, I'd like to wear clothes.
You are
And I can wear the
you are
watches
a fashion
year-round.
plate. You're a fashion plate. You buy stuff all the time.
Yeah, but I use them all, and I wear
I
them
don't use our
year-round.
Halloween decorations.
For 1 month out of the year.
No, 2 months. I decorate early. You know
Which
this.
is far too early.
Whatever, September, I don't give a shit. I'm putting my Halloween stuff up. I want to enjoy it for as long as I can. I love Halloween.
Point number 2, we're the only ones that are seeing it, which,
Not always true. That's not true.
for the most part, anything that's inside, for the most part, our families will show up eventually.
We just moved here. We have only celebrated one round of holidays here. What if I invite the whole family over for this holiday season, or all of our friends?
Okay.
Plus, it doesn't matter if it brings me joy. Who cares?
That can't just be the argument. You can't just be
If
I
it's
want
good
to.
enough for Marie Kondo, it's good enough for me.
So
It sparks joy.
So what you're saying is the rest of the days where you don't have decorations up, you don't enjoy the house?
I enjoy them, but not as much.
So you don't enjoy what we have up right this very second?
I do, but I love my Halloween decorations.
So why not
Plus, okay, let's move on, because there's one point here that I really like. There's some beef that I'd like to bring up.
Okay, well, I'm still stuck on this whole, for the most part, we're the only ones
For
that are
right
seeing
now, yes, but doesn't matter. I like it. Who
I get
cares?
it. There are other
I'm
ways
not
to get
doing
into
it
the
for
spirit
anybody.
of things,
I'm
though,
not
and
doing
bring
it for
yourself
anybody
joy.
else. I'm doing it for me.
You can bring yourself joy by like watching like Halloween movies or Christmas movies, or going out and going to the apple orchard in the fall, or
You know
going
what?
pumpkin.
You know what costs money? Apple orchards and pumpkin patches. I might as well have stuff that I get to keep in our home.
You'd rather
every day.
You'd rather just accumulate things instead of have an experience.
Oh, blow me.
Jesus. Okay. Well, my third point before you fly off the handle at me here. It is very time consuming.
For who? You help get out the boxes. That's it. I don't even make you do
It is
anything
a
else.
project.
You come home getting out boxes out of the closet.
It is a project, and especially
Barely.
around Christmas with all of that. Like,
Once, so
it is a
there's
lot.
one day a year where you have to get boxes out of a closet, and it's so time consuming
it's
for
that,
you.
It's all the shopping that we end up doing. Like, how many trips do we go to, Michael's or whatever? And
I
we're
go
just-
to Michael's. You don't go to Michael's. If that's
I'm
how I
there
choose
with
to
you.
spend my time, who gives a shit? You
I'm
don't
there
have to
with you.
come. You don't have to come
I'm there with you, though,
because you want to be.
because you enjoy my company.
Oh, please. I mean, I
Oh,
do, but like, good grief.
yeah,
I'd rather not have
good
you there if
save
you're
there.
going to bitch about it afterwards.
Yeah, good save there.
Oh, Phil, bite me.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, it is very, very time consuming having to deal with
Very,
all of
very
that.
time consuming the one day a year that I make him get boxes out of a closet.
No, it's get this stuff out, and then we spend all the time putting everything up and then cleaning because we've made a mess, and then we
I
need this
spend
and we
all the
need
time
this
putting stuff up. This last year for Halloween, you came home and the house was decorated. I went to Michael's by myself. You came home. I got the stuff out by myself, and I put all the stuff up by myself. So what are you bitching
It's
about?
still time that you had to spend doing that.
I like it.
Just saying.
It's no different than a hobby. I enjoy it.
Holidays are not a hobby.
Holidays could be anything I damn well choose them to be. And if they're a hobby for me, then they're a fucking hobby.
Well, then make your points and
Okay.
prove me wrong.
So it's proven that decorating for the holidays has psychological benefits. It makes people happier. Even the people who are working in like retail are happier when the decorations are out.
Ask people how happy they are working in retail, listening to Christmas music all day.
They have done studies, scientific studies that say that it puts them in a better mood.
Maybe to start.
Oh my god.
The start of
And
your
then
shift,
when you're
fine.
putting up decorations, it reminds you of like happier times with your family and stuff. And psychotherapist Amy Morin told ABC News that thinking of those happy memories stirs up happy feelings, she said. A dose of holiday nostalgia also encourages giving and do-gooding, which is a mood enhancer. Altruism increases in the month of December, and as people start to give more and donate more, it makes them happy.
So this just sounds like you're arguing for Christmas, though.
I'm sure that but like if it works for that, then I'm sure it works for other things too. I'm sure Thanksgiving, people start donating more during Thanksgiving. I know people donate more during Thanksgiving. I worked
Food
for a
banks and stuff like that.
nonprofit.
I'm not saying they don't, but yeah, like those.
Do you know what the first holiday in the holiday season is during that time? Halloween. Halloween's in October. Thanksgiving is in November.
Yeah.
December is Christmas.
So what about everything else throughout the year with Easter, with
I
St.
don't really
Patrick's Day?
decorate
With
that much for. What's the last time I was like, I got to put out our St. Patrick's Day decorations?
I don't know, but we have them.
Like 2 things that your mom gave us.
This is what I'm saying, though.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
If you get more things and you accumulate more things and you decorate more, like you don't need to.
And then it just makes it more like it makes your house more like homey. It reminds you of your like childhood and your parents and like the happy times in the holidays. Like it just
Again,
puts your stamp on things, helps you develop your own traditions. Like, I just think it's like a nice thing to do.
It's fine.
It makes me happy.
I'm still gonna argue the point that like, do you not enjoy your home all the other times? Like, does it not feel homely?
But
so why does
you
it
are
need
barely
decorations?
involved. I don't even know why this is an argument that we have. I ask you to get boxes out of a closet one day a year.
Not one day a year. Not one day a year. Don't keep looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, it's not one day a year.
Did I not just say that last year you came home and the house was decorated for Halloween?
Sure.
I think it was during Trifesta.
I mean, it could have been.
I'm home all day for those 3 days that Trifesta was going on. If I want to decorate for Halloween, let me decorate for Halloween.
Okay. I'm just saying it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it.
Oh my god.
You're like so wound up over this.
Offended.
Yeah, you are
I try
very
to make
wound
our
up.
house nice for you, and all I get is grief.
It's nice all the other times too. I enjoy our home.
If you were in charge of our home and decorating our home, it'd be like 2 wood crates and like a pizza box. We've seen what the house looks like when you're the only one there.
Yeah, when I didn't have any shit here.
If it were left up to you, you wouldn't get shit though.
If I was living on my own,
Yeah.
and you weren't part of the equation, I would still get things.
What would you get?
I would still make it nice. I wouldn't have a lot of the stuff that we have just because I wouldn't have a need for it.
It's not about need. It's about making it like a nice, cozy place.
I would do that in my own way.
I have
It would be very different,
serious
though.
doubts about this.
It
I've
would
seen
be-
your office at work.
And that is cozy to me.
Oh my god, it's horrifying.
How is it horrifying?
They're like exposed wires.
Yeah, that's not anything that I can deal with, though.
It looks like mold is growing out of the walls because you didn't
Because I didn't
properly
paint it
take
properly.
off. Yeah.
Because I had shit to do.
I don't have shit to do.
I spent my time.
Does it look like mold
Doing
is
what?
growing off the walls in our apartment? I don't
paint
think
the
so.
apartment.
But if I did, do you think it would look like... You've seen the quality of work that I do in other areas. Would it look like there's mold growing
If
on the
I
walls?
was painting the apartment, I would do a proper job.
I have very serious doubts about that too, because I remember your room at your parents' house where you patched up the walls and then just never bothered to go beyond that.
Yeah, I just covered it up.
There was spackle on the walls,
Yeah.
over the paint. You didn't paint over the spackle.
No.
All signs point to our house is homey because of me and the decorating that I've done, and that your childhood home was homey because of your mother and all the decorating she did.
Yeah, because I don't need to do any of it.
Oh my god!
Fine with not decorating
Oh
things.
my god!
This is the whole point of what we're arguing about, and especially when it comes to the holidays.
I literally can't do this anymore.
And
We gotta wrap it up. I literally cannot talk about this with you anymore.
I don't understand why you're so frustrated.
Just, if you please just weigh in and tell us what you think, and I literally can't even wrap up the podcast right now. I need you to do this for me because I'm I can feel my blood pressure rising.
Here's my thing. I'm not saying that it doesn't look nice when you do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying putting up Christmas decorations or anything is shit. It looks good, but I think there are other ways to bring that holiday joy instead of decorating.
I'm screaming internally. Screaming.
I can see that.
Screaming.
I can see that.
All I hear in my brain right now is blood-curdling screams. That's literally it.
Okay.
Please weigh in and tell us what you think. You can find us at 3 Rings Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'd also love it if you would share our podcast with your friends and give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
Or wherever. I don't know if you can do ratings on Spotify, but if you can, please.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can rate on Spotify.
But let us know that too, and let us know, do you decorate for the holidays? Do you enjoy it? Do you think it's a
I'm sure most people do.
blood-sucking, time-consuming money pit?
I'm sure people still decorate.
Or do you appreciate the hard work that your wife does?
When did I say that I didn't appreciate it?
I gotta go.
I never said that I didn't
Bye.
appreciate it.
Bye,
I appreciate it.
Phil.
I appreciate all the hard work that you do, but I just don't think that it's worth it. So that's just my take. She left the studio already, so that's kind of insulting since I was trying to say something nice to her, but that's how it goes. So I guess that means that I win. We'll be back next week.
Thanks for listening to another weekly episode of the Three Rings Podcast. We'll be back next week with another new argument. In the meantime, follow us on all social media platforms at 3 Rings Pod. Join in the argument and tell us who's right, who's wrong, or why you have the right answer. Whatever. Just tell us stuff.